In this video, I'm going to be talking about the best all-around survival knife. So what we basically look for whenever we're testing all these out were how they actually performed, how durable they were, and also the price. And we did the best we could to find one that's a little bit cheaper, one that's middle of the range, and also one that's more high ticket. And we tested out quite a few from different price ranges, and these three are going to be our favorites. Okay, so number 3 is going to be the Ka-Bar full-size knife. And this is an awesome kind of cheaper survival knife that I've had for years now, and it's been by far the best option in its price range. It's not going to be the sharpest out of the box, which I was actually fine with because I could do, I could put my own edge on it and do all that kind of stuff. So that's one thing to note. If you are going to be doing this, you're probably going to have to either do it yourself or take it to someone just to make it, as sharp as it needs to be. And then the leather sheath on it is actually one of the better options out there. And the steel can actually be sharpened on a rock if need be, which kind of makes it good for survival situations if you don't always have a sharpener or whatever. Because of the steel it's made from, you can actually sharpen on a rock, and it's not gonna be perfect by any means, but it'll do the job just fine. As for the pros, the price can't be beat in my opinion. They're quality enough that they should realistically last forever as long as you take care of them. And then the leather handle is awesome on it as well. I really liked it. It made it really comfortable to use, and was definitely one of the better handles that I've actually tested out myself. As for the cons, the steel will probably need to be sharpened more often than some of the other high-end knives. But obviously it's not a huge deal. You're gonna have to sharpen it yourself out of the packaging, or you can take it to someone else and have them do it themselves. But that's just kind of some things to note. Number 2 is going to be the cold steel Gurkha. And this is, I've owned a few of these knives over the years, and this one is definitely near the top of the list. I really like the non-slip handle to it, which was better than most other comparable ones as well. And I also like the thick finished blade on it. It was nice and sturdy. It chopped really well and also looked really good as well. If you don't have a tool like this, I would highly recommend it. It's super high quality, and it makes an awesome chopper, and I think it's definitely a must-have tool to have for pretty much any situation. Only downside is it's fairly expensive, but obviously it is a high-quality knife, and that kind of justifies the price. As for the pros, the design of the knife is a lot better than most. It has a really good amount of chopping power to it. The steel is pretty much unbreakable, and then it's really sharp as well. Okay, so cons, it's a pretty expensive tool. Obviously, in my opinion, the benefits are worth it. It doesn't have the nicest finish to it, but it doesn't really mess with the performance of it. And then it will rust if you leave it out in the elements. Obviously, that's pretty much any knife out there. But there are just some things to note. But the number 1 pick is going to be the Fallkniven A1 fixed blade. And this is one, it's a pretty badass survival knife in terms of both durability and performance. It has somewhat of a refined feel to it, which is awesome. And also the blade is nice and thick, and then the handle is super comfortable as well. It's almost, perfectly balanced, and if I had to pick only one survival knife to have, this would definitely be it. Okay, so pros. The blade comes nice and sharp right out of the box, so you don't actually have to do anything yourself. You can just take it out and use it right away. The design is what I think a survival knife should be like. I know there's a lot of different designs out there, and this one is probably, the most versatile, and like I was saying before, if I had to pick one, this would definitely be it. And then with the proper care, it should realistically last forever. I've had it, for quite a while now. I use it all the time, and it's still a beast, right? It still does pretty much anything I need it to do. As for the cons, it's an expensive knife, and then the blade has actually chipped a little bit, but obviously it doesn't really take away from the performance. And then the sheath wasn't the best one out there, so there were knives with better ones. But obviously it's not a huge deal. It's not bad or anything like that. It's just there are better options out there. You can always, buy a new one or whatever. But those are just kind of some things that I would have to say could be possibly improved. But if you are interested in checking out any of these, or you want to check out the current price, I left links down below. At the time of the video, those were the cheapest places I could find them. So you can go ahead and check them out if you want to go ahead and do so. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as we can. And I will just mention our monthly gear giveaway. So if you want to enter in, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, comment giveaway down below. Simply do both and you'll be automatically entered. Alright, so that's going to be for the video. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.